Hello YouTubers, today I'll be covering STM's Grip2 case. This is for the original iPad Air. So it did arrive in this plain cardboard packaging with a see-through clear window on both sides with cutouts, and just to cover off some of the features, it's got a texture finish, so I guess to help with the grip. It's got a kickstand, which I particularly like and one of the main reasons I bought it, and you could also use it in typing mode. Although I do have a Zag Folio case, so that wasn't my prime consideration for getting this case. So it didn't come sealed, you just simply slide it out of the packaging. And within it was the case and some foam cushioning to prevent it from crushing, I guess. And then this is a registration card. So you could register to win a free bag, I think first time registrants only, as well as activating it with reward tags. So you stick the sticker on your iPad in the hopes that an honest soul will return it in case you lose your iPad Air. So I was shopping around for a case that would provide decent protection but yet still be reasonably slim, although of course this is not the slimmest case. My original one was much thinner than this, but of course I feel would also offer much less protection. The reason why was that the corner of it was cracked. It was just, really thin, brittle plastic. This one feels reasonably solid. Of course I just got it, so I'm not sure how it will hold up in the long run, but I'll report back then. I did particularly like the design of this case, especially the color combination. Now this particular yellow, since I do have the camera adjusted for compact fluorescent white balance, it's a little bit, I guess, a lighter yellow than what I'm seeing. I think in reality I'm seeing a little bit more orange in there, but what I'm seeing comes reasonably close. Now in terms of the texture finish, it's not too bad, although I feel if you had dry hands it won't offer the most grippy solution in the world, but I guess it's okay. Covering off on the features, so the kickstand, it's clipped in here with a little plastic protrusion there that keeps it and holds it, as could be seen in this close-up. One particular thing I did like, at least what I'm seeing, is that there is a metal pin that holds this bracket in place into the shell. Now I don't know how far that or deep that pin goes, but hopefully it'll add a little bit more reinforcement to the kickstand. It's got the cutouts in all the right places, so you got your main power button here, your camera, your microphones, your headphone jack, your volume control buttons and that switch, and then last but not least your speaker and your lightning ports down here. This groove here is for the kickstand, which I'll get into later, and flipping this open, it's got a nice felt lining on both the front and the back as well, so adds just a little bit more protection, I suppose. Now overall it's almost like a rubberized texture finish, but this is plastic, and then this piece here that connects the front case to the back is rubber. But I guess one thing though is that it is a little bit stiff, at least initially. Who knows if it'll loosen up over time, but I suppose, if you were constantly using it in this way, it's, I don't know, for lack of a better word, annoying, I guess, but something to keep in mind. Would have been pretty cool if they had like a little snap here that held it in place so that when you were using it in landscape mode, you wouldn't have to constantly let it pop open like that. Another note about questionable durability is that this rubber, where this particular angle is fairly thin, so I don't know how that's going to hold up in the long run, but hopefully it'll be durable enough. Installation is pretty straightforward. It does have these little ridges here on each corner, so you pretty much just snap it in. So slide the iPad Air, snap the top, snap the bottom, and that's pretty much it. Now I did install this a few times already, so one thing of note is the fact that when I first got it, the top left corner here was of particularly, it just didn't seem to want to go in, so I had to really push it hard in order to make it stay. But so far, once installed, the case does form fit to your iPad Air pretty flush, so I don't see any like gaping holes or deformities so far. So not bad. Pretty, like I said, pretty form-fitting, and I feel it offers reasonable protection, although, I don't know, like a drop from a standard average handheld height. I wouldn't say that, it's going to definitely prevent you from getting a cracked screen like, say, some of those tougher cases, like perhaps a Otter case or something like that. But again, that wasn't the main purpose. I wanted a nice balance between decent protection, but still being reasonably slim. So this total package here comes in at roughly 14 millimeters. So for those who are into like minimalistic design, this is perhaps not the best case for that, but again, that wasn't my main purpose. My main purpose, I wanted a compromise between somewhat decent protection and still being reasonably thin. Now this flip case does, I believe, have a magnet in here, so that way when you flip it open, your iPad will instantly turn on. To use in kickstand mode, simply pop out the kickstand and put it into that little slot there. The slot isn't exactly the deepest. I did read reports where they felt like this was a little flimsy, but I don't know. I think it's actually okay. I mean, you see how hard I'm pushing this thing, and it's good enough. I mean, certainly enough to withstand your pressure of typing, although you wouldn't really be typing at this angle. The kickstand was primarily to be used in viewing mode. Now, if you pop it out of that slot there and then fully raise it to lower it at a typing angle, I mean, again, it's okay. You know, I'm just a little bit worried, like, perhaps a little bit too much pressure. I don't know how durable this particular point would be, so again, I'll report back in the long run to see how that holds up. And that's pretty much it for this review. Overall, I do like it because, like I said, I like the style, I like the design. I feel like it offers a decent compromise between protection and overall thickness. And for the price paid, which was $19.95 off of Amazon, it's okay. I guess probably you could find cheaper cases, but again, in this particular category, though, I think it's of decent value, though. And that concludes this review. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again for watching. As part of FTC disclosure, the STM Grip2 case was purchased off of Amazon for personal use. No products used in this video were sponsored.